Hi everyone. Could you connect the presentation please? Hi everyone, I'm Pranav, the founder and CEO of Xeno. What do Amazon, Google and Facebook have in common? They're all, of course, amongst the largest companies in the world. And they all also deliver highly personalized experiences to their customers. And why do they do that? Because the largest companies in the world today are the ones that personalize experiences for their customers. In fact, Boston Consulting Group is saying that there's going to be an $800 billion revenue shift to the few companies that get personalization right. And they predict that only 2 out of every 10 companies is going to get personalization right. So look around in this room. If you see 8 people around you, only a few of you are actually going to get personalization right. And the ones that do are going to get a share of that $800 billion in revenue. And why is that happening? Because it's our customers that want personalization. They want better experiences. They want everything to be personalized to them. Ladies and gentlemen, today we live in a personalized world. And that's why the leading retailers in the world are investing over $7 billion a year in personalization, whether it's a Nike, a Sephora, or an Amazon, right? And 1/3 of that investment is just going into creating personalized marketing and personalized experiences for customers. Yet, when it comes to most omni-channel retail brands, they're still struggling to achieve that level of personalization. In fact, when you ask CRM marketers themselves, 83% of them are frustrated running those same blanket communications over and over again. They want to create better experiences and they work on things to create better experiences. They try implementing loyalty programs, website-based marketing automation solutions, working with analytics agencies. Yet today, 78% of marketers are still dissatisfied with the customer analytics that they get. And even if they are able to understand their customers, they're unable to utilize that information to create those really personalized experiences for their customers. And this is from a survey by Forrester talking to retailers across the globe. And how do we solve this? Right? By putting the customer at the center. By understanding each and every individual customer at their in-depth level, right? What kind of products do they like to buy? What's their favorite product category? What's their favorite product subcategory? What is the next best recommendation? What's the next best product they're going to try out? What's their favorite time of the day? What's their favorite day of the week? Right? And that's why we've built Xeno. Xeno is an AI-driven CRM for omni-channel retailers to understand each and every individual customer and then utilize that information to create experiences for customers from the website to the app to the store, from the marketing to the website experience to the app experience to the in-store experience. The way it works is very simple. We pull in all of your information from every different data source to profile every individual customer. We understand if you have 3 million customers, each and every one of them individually, and then use those insights to create trigger-based communications, to create more targeted cross-sell communications, more targeted new collection launches, more targeted end-of-season sales. But that's all theory, right? We hear a lot of theory. So let's walk through some actual customer examples and how they're utilizing this product to create those truly delightful customer experiences. So let's start with Vera Moda, right? Vera Moda understood that they had 4 kinds of customers: the fashionistas, the Netflixers, the casualers, and the discount seekers, right? And they created different kinds of communication for each kind of customer, and not just on channels like SMS, but even on visual digital channels like Facebook and Instagram. So I was just talking about how we can use digital channels to engage our existing customers, right? And Vera Moda did just that, where they didn't just understand each customer's persona, but they also understood which part of the country the customer is in. is there a winter season there or a summer season there? And utilizing that, they created many different kinds of communications, and that delivered 15% incremental revenue for Vera Moda across their communications. What about Me and Moms, right? For Me and Moms, it's a mother's journey with her baby. And they understood using data at what stage the mother is, right? Basis on the products that she's buying from Me and Moms. Whether the customers from the 3rd trimester all the way up to the 1st year of the baby, right? And then on the basis of that, they created different kinds of communications for pregnant women customers, for mothers who had babies who are under 3 months old, 3 to 6 months old, 6 to 12 months old, or beyond that. And these communications drove a 26% contribution to their repeat sales while generating a 57x return on their marketing spend. Now let's look at another brand, Chumbak, right? Chumbak understood each and every individual customer at 10 different parameters. And then they utilized these parameters to create over 10 different unique communications. And each of these communications was run on channels like SMS, email, Facebook, and Instagram. In these communications, delivered over a 74% uplift in conversions, and that led to a 27% incremental revenue for Chumbak across all of these communications. And yet, it's very difficult to achieve all of this, right? Who would not want 27% incremental revenue from their communication? Who would not want to create more personalized campaigns? But in reality, when it comes to running these communications, let's look at a simple example, right? Let's say we were a fashion brand with 10 different kinds of customers, 10 different product categories. One customer is buying t-shirts, another customer is buying shorts, a third customer is buying dresses, a fourth customer is buying tops, and so on. And we wanted to reach out to each of those customers with the product that they're actually buying from our brand. So we'd first have to create 10 different segments of those 10 different groups of customers. Then one by one, we'd have to create 10 different SMS campaigns. Then one by one, we'd have to create 10 different email campaigns. Then one by one, we'd sync those 10 audiences to Facebook. Then create those 10 different Facebook ads. And then we'd have to figure out how to analyze what was the true performance of that campaign by analyzing those 10 different SMS, those 10 different emails, and those 10 different Facebook ads. I get tired just saying that. Can you imagine the life of a marketer who has to go through that experience? And that's what we solve at Xeno, where we make it over 10 times easier to create highly personalized communications to your customers over SMS, email, WhatsApp, Facebook, and Instagram. And it's not just those 3 brands. There are many brands achieving great results with Xeno. From Chumbak to Lotto to Tommy Hilfiger to Amante to Colorbar to Kaya Clinic, Me and Moms, Kama, Ayurveda, Levis, and many other brands that you see here. And you can be the next one. If you come by to our booth, which is right next to the place where you get all the coffee, we can literally give you a personalized prediction for exactly how much incremental revenue you can achieve for your business using Xeno. Thank you so much. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Hi, I just want to understand how do you get the data? How do you source the data for all these brands?
Got it. So we work with each brand to help them grow their repeat sales. So let's say if you're a brand like Tanishq, for example, you have customers coming in, visiting you on your website, so you're getting information from there. Customers who are coming in, interacting with your app. Customers who are coming to your physical stores, they may or may not be making a transaction. Then you have customers giving you feedback. Then you have customers who might be interacting with your support team. So all of that information through APIs gets brought into the Xeno system, and then that's the information that we utilize to build customer profiles and then target them.
Hi, myself Rahul. It was nice listening to you. Thanks. My question is that does your company helps startups also, or are you into big brands like what you just suggested?
Got it. So I think it's very critical for every brand to communicate to their customers. But what we've seen is, for example, when brands are just getting started, right? For example, companies like ours also that are relatively early stage, you always know your customers very well, and those communications that you run basis the personal insights that you have on customers are always better off. But as the customer base scales, what starts happening is instead of just having one kind of customer, you might have 10 different kinds of customers or 100 different kinds of customers, and that's when a technology platform like this becomes more effective. The principle stays the same even at an early stage, but a platform like ours becomes more effective once the scale increases.
Thank you.
Excuse me,
Yeah, hi.
I have a question for you. We are owning a brand name is Refresh Your Life. We are selling 7 categories of mainly covering home care, personal care, FMCG food industry. In that, how can Xeno help us to gain more segmentations among the 7 segments of ours?
Got it. So first of all, it can help you identify which customer is buying home care products, which customer is buying personal care products, which customer is shopping across multiple different categories. Identify, and that's just at a macro level across those 7 categories. Within those 7 categories, within just home care and personal care, you would have 5 or 10 different types of further products, right? So we could identify what kind of products the customer is engaging with your brand, identify their macro category. Then within those categories, we could identify what are their kinds of favorite products. Then we could identify what this customer is likely to buy next. So just like on Amazon, where you have customers like you are buying products like this, or customers who like this product also like products like this, we can create recommendations like that for each customer to identify what they're likely to buy next.
We are live on Amazon and Flipkart also.
Got it. So unfortunately, Amazon and Flipkart don't share access to customer data. So this platform can be run only on your own channels where you get access to customer data.
Okay.
Excuse me. Hi, good afternoon. This is Syed Ali here.
Hi.
So I have like a question about how many conversion rates you are getting?
So I think conversion rates depend on different kinds of brands. So we have brands that get an average 1% conversion rate to brands that get 5% to certain extreme brands that even get close to 7 or 8% conversion rate. Where a platform like ours comes in is that whatever is the organic conversion rates they're getting, we enable those brands to achieve a double-digit improvement in percentage terms to the conversion rate that they were organically achieving.
Awesome. And like you have all data of customer journey and how their customer view, then why we not get like more conversions? Because like you are using already personalization. So how we can improve that?
Yeah, so so let's say if I'm a brand that I was organically getting 1% conversion, so like we saw with Chumbak, that increased from 1% to 1.7%. For another brand, maybe it was organically already 2% and that grew to 2.6%. So that's the kind of improvement that they're basically getting by making the communications more personalized.
So is there any chances how we can get 100% of conversions?
We all wish we could get 100% conversions, but yeah, if I had a solution for that, we'd be having a very different kind of discussion right now. But
yeah,
unfortunately, I don't think it's possible to predict what any of us are thinking perfectly right now and what we're going to do. I don't think I can myself predict what I'm going to do 5 minutes later.
Yes.
So forget any algorithm.
Yeah, thanks.
I have a question. Hi, this side.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Pragya. I'm heading marketing for Crompton Greaves Consumer Electricals business. So good presentation, first of all. I just have one question. In Crompton, we've got at least 10 categories, right? From a fan to a mixer to a light. So you can imagine the number of appliances which we have. When you talk about consumer personas and therefore to customize and personalize campaigns towards them, do you look at a brand like Crompton with 10 categories, having 10, different personas within each of them, and therefore having campaigns for each of the 10 categories persona-wise? Or do you see them getting generalized? Because me being the consumer, I use a fan, I use a light, I use a mixer, I use an induction cooktop, water heater, everything, yeah, all kind of household appliance. So would I be generalized as one persona for all these categories put together, or would you define me as different personas across different categories?
Got it. I think to more specifically answer that, I'd obviously need to have a one-on-one conversation to understand in more detail. But I think in a more generic sense, right, like in a business like that, obviously, like you said, one customer could ultimately buy everything, right? So you could have two kinds of customers, either one customer that associates Crompton with certain kinds of brands or certain kinds of products and is only buying those products over and over again. One kind of customer on the other extreme who could be already buying everything, and other customers who might be somewhere in between.
Are you saying is it basis only buying behavior?
So this is on the basis of their buying behavior, how also the interaction behavior on your website or on your app. So it also includes behavior pre-purchase on your website and on your app.
Sure. I think I'll get in touch with you. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Right.
Hi, my name is Neha and I'm from KPMG. So my question is around that your tool takes into consideration data from the app. That's all in-house data. Are we also taking into consideration any benchmarks from the industry to spot some white spaces in terms of customers that we can tap on? Or probably best practices in terms of communication?
Got it. Yeah. So I think along with our technology platform, we also have a team of CRM consultants that comes along with the platform to enable the brands to succeed. And that team, and we also publish a lot of anonymous studies where we publish industry benchmarks and our learnings across the industry in terms of how we can improve across a lot of our communications. So we do that both just to share with the world, and second, in an even deeper manner with the customers that we work with.
So is it safe to assume that along with conversion rate, increasing conversion rate, you would also help in tapping new customers?
So we don't help brands acquire new customers today, but one of the things that they can do through our platform is, because we can understand, for example, let's say these are our loyal customers who love t-shirts, and I now wanted to run an ad on Facebook and Instagram to acquire new customers for t-shirts. We could use lookalike audiences basis on the highly targeted audience that Xeno can generate to then run customer acquisition ads. But those are not directly today managed by Xeno.
All right. Thank you.
Right.